Welcome to Fading Suns Thursdays. I am a JM, your GM, and we are back live with the crew of the Oh Boii after a much needed break for Thanksgiving. I hope all of your holidays were as great as mine was. It was enjoyable. And welcome back to the crew. I think we left off in a really just kind of mellow place. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to no. We had in the beach resort. Not only did the Inquisitor sort of leave Jexa, Perpetua, and Gemma to fight off an attack by chainers, but one of these chainers was captured by Gemma, while Jexa was not so much hid, but retreated to her bedroom with Bessarion. Meanwhile, at the docking bay, Val, Gregor, Calypso, and Frank were ambushed by a trio of masked figures, several of which I believe are in no shape to continue breathing thanks to the efforts of Val and Calypso. I know Rebecca is in the background crying. And when it was clear that they were not going to kill Gregor or Val or recover Calypso, the leader of the group said to scuttle the ship, which is what one of them did before being put down violently. Gregor, as he attempted to right the ship, went crashing into the barricade of this docking platform that overlooks the ocean, and so teeters back and forth on the edge of this railing. Calypso managed to watch as this cyborg took control of a hover bike and went racing away with Frank, but not before telling Calypso not to worry. He knows how much she hates additional weight, revealing himself to be none other than Calypso Mars' ex-first mate, ex-partner in crime, ex-lover, who she pushed out of an airlock back onto a station. The one, the only, Tag. Marty, if you're watching, I hope you enjoy this episode. So, with Val and Calypso standing there as the sirens are blaring in the docking bay, as the sound of Knights of the Realm are being called to deal with what could very minorly be called a massive disturbance and loss of life. Tag is just knocking people over as he goes racing away. The crowd is already kind of filling in the gaps as they're screaming, running in the same direction the bike is going. Val and Calypso, we're going to start with you because I'm not a horrific person forcing you to wait. What do you two want to do?
I picked a really bad point to shovel food in my mouth because I was like, JM's gonna make me wait, so I regret everything. I'm going after Frank.
All right, so you're gonna go rushing into the crowd to try and get Frank.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Val, what are you doing?
Okay, that's great. All right. What's the state of the ship? Can I take like a 0.2 second to like look and try to get an idea of?
Oh yeah, totally.
What's going on with the ship?
You, as you turn around, you can see just black, oily smoke and gouts of flame emerging from one of the from the port side engine of the Oh Boii. The side, the engine has ruptured due to the charge that was tossed in there. You can see it is leaking oil and fluids, and several of these chemicals that are leaking from the ship are igniting as you watch. The ship, the front quarter of the ship, Gregor rolled that natty 20, is currently teetering off the edge. It is balanced on a knife's edge, but it doesn't look. The other engine just sort of sputters and dies. So it doesn't look like the Oh Boii is going forward anymore, but it doesn't look like it's stable.
Okay.
I sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm actually not going after Frank because I just through trauma immediately forgot that the ship and Gregor were in peril. So I just want to retcon. She might have made a move and then she went, oh right. Okay. So now I'm done. I just needed to correct that.
Seeing Calypso start to head off towards Frank and then course correct, Val's just going to very quickly look at her and just go, ship her the dog. Like, which do you want me to try to get? And we lost the captain.
Lee, are you with us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We can't see you, but that is okay.
You're back.
And you're back.
And you're back.
I was doing this on Call of Cthulhu on Monday too.
Don't worry about it.
It happens. Technology's wonderful.
Right.
All right, the ship or the dog is the call that Val puts out.
Basically, like, which one do you want me to run for?
Do you want a moment to think?
I do. I'm
Okay.
so stressed.
Right. So, now that I've surrendered, this is where we part ways, right? No harm, no foul. I knocked one of your men out, you killed several of mine. I'm willing to put those on the balance sheet as being roughly equal.
We had agreed that you would answer some questions.
Right, yeah. No, I can definitely do that.
And then I will defer to the group, but recommend a new line of work and maybe direct you to several monasteries that I know.
Like, I will be honest. This, and he sort of points to the wreckage of the room that you are all standing in, might not accurately reflect the acuity with which I normally perform the tasks of the Chainers Guild. I understand why you might think that I am not good at my job and need to relocate to.
No, so performance issues?
Listen, I wasn't expecting a battle sister. I was told to come in and get a little girl. Your kind tends to throw, well, a lot of sand in the gears. Had I known you were here, trust me, I would have brought a lot more firepower.
You didn't do recon? That's basic,
We did do recon, and I was informed by my employer that the battle sister would have been taken out of play by now, but so that is on my employer, not on myself, which is why I'm more than... Can I have a little of that brandy while we talk? More than willing to talk and, rat them out.
Fair. I was not recommending a new line of work because of your performance issues. I was recommending a new line of work to maybe atone for what you've done previously.
No, I'm really going to be one of those people who sort of skids into their deathbed and then makes a confession to the Pancreator, like, all at once, just, here's everything I've done, I'm sorry, let me in. I have it on rather good authority that that's how these things work.
We'll come back to that. Employer.
Yes. Now here's the really interesting thing, and I'll admit... And what was your name again? I know Perpetua. She was on the A contract.
Sister Gemma.
Ah, you're on the B contract. I would have assumed you would have been on the ship if you had been anywhere, but that's fine. Which contract do you wish to know about? A is really the one that has to deal with the people in this house.
I would like to know about both.
Well,
A contract first. Why am I on it?
you are on it. I don't know why you are on it. You're just one of the names that is listed on here. It was a very simple job. I was supposed to, Listen, I'm walking out of this, right? I have your word as a member of the church that I share this information, and you turn the other way as I go booking out of the estate. Yes. I'll pay for my own passage. No need to worry about that.
If I am satisfied with your information,
That's
I'm
so
satisfied
vague.
with the fact that you will not be fulfilling these contracts.
Listen, one, the way these things work is if I don't fulfill it, I don't get paid. Now, as much as I like to get paid, I also really enjoy having this part of me attached to this part of me, and you have a instrument of God that is rather effective at separating those two. So I will chalk up my money as my weird point.
Gemma doesn't do that.
Oh, never mind. No weird point.
Oh man!
So as long as you will agree to let me go, my crew. It'll take at least weeks to reassemble a new crew, and I'm sure that I will find something far more lucrative to go after. But I can't promise that no one from the Chainers Guild will come for these contracts, as they are both rather fiscally flush.
Right, but that's the problem. I need the contracts to die, so I need to know about the contracts.
I can give you the information. If you were a member of the Chainers Guild, you'd have access to it, and I'm sure one of your inquisitors would be able to find it out. No questions asked, but we have an accord, yes?
I said based on what I learned.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I'm a chainer. I've pulled this trick before, but I happen to know that as a battle order, you value things like honesty and collateral damage and civilian targets. So, if I answer your questions, you will let me go and not allow any of your companions to interfere with my leaving, then we have an accord.
I will honor that on
Okay.
one condition. That you pay a visit to the monastery on Lemminkainen?
Lemminkainen.
Was there a monastery there?
Yep.
Yeah. And spend at least a week within its confines.
Counter
It's a
offer.
small price to keep your head on your shoulders.
True. Counter offer. You let me go. And he reaches into his pocket, and I hand you the detonator for the explosives that we placed around the base of your house. I am a professional and all. Some of you are wanted dead or alive, and, well, you know, some of the reward is better than none of the reward.
Perpetua.
I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you.
I can agree to those terms, but I'm gonna need a name.
My name?
Yes.
Adolphus. No last name. Never had need of one. All right. What do you want to know? Meanwhile, in the bedroom.
Hubba hubba.
Meanwhile, in the boudoir, it seems as if the fighting is over.
Yeah, it sounds that way.
Should we see if your companions?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should, see that. Yeah, okay. At some point, I mean, I know we have to talk, and you said you have to talk with me and Gemma and Calypso.
Yes.
But I also I have a present for you too.
Oh, we would appreciate any gift that you see fit to gift us.
Yeah, do you want it now or should we go?
We should probably see if your friends are in need of the grace which we can provide.
I mean, it is Sister Gemma. So I'm gonna open the door and peer out. Is Nigel still like laying
Oh,
there?
Nigel is like akimbo. He's broken his other leg from the womp gun that tossed him through.
So I see him and I kind of go, "Oh, I forgot about him." And
No respect for Nigel, chat. No respect for Nigel.
great love, but no respect. I'll go and kind of pull him, like straighten him out a little. Is Alexa there?
You don't see Alexa.
Okay. I see Gemma and
Yeah, you definitely see
Perpetua.
Gemma and Perpetua sitting at the table with a guy who has his legs up on the table and is currently drinking, just pouring from a decanter of wine.
of wine, not my brandy.
Not your brandy.
Okay. All right. So I'll call out to them. Have you guys seen Sister Alexa? Nigel needs help.
We will aid him. And Bessarion goes and starts to lay his hands on Nigel.
Okay.
All right, so a contract. Very simple. Snatch and grab her. Someone wants her. Yeah, you. Jexa Mendez. You are worth quite a bit of money, and you should know you are wanted alive. So, cheers. Good day for you.
Thanks. By whom?
Oh.
Who?
That I don't know. Wish I did. But you're worth several thousand credits. And I'm supposed to deliver you to one of the space stations off of Madoc.
It's not Derek, is it?
What was that?
Not Derek, is it?
Derek who?
Well, he's in the Engineers Guild. He's kind of he started a rebellion.
Oh,
Tried to kill me multiple times.
Listen, guild politics really aren't my forte. But you delivered to Madoc unconscious, unharmed, hence all the stunning weapons. And then this one here, Perpetua, she is also part of that contract. Somebody desperately wants you or, and he kind of taps his head. Turns out whatever information you've got in that think machine, somebody really wants, and then we're not too particular about what state your head was in. I want you to know, as you saw all stunners, I was hoping to bring you in alive. B contract. I can give you a name. That's all I've got. But he wanted you, and he points to you, Gemma, and her, DED. Dead. Also wanted some guy, Gregor, killed in front of someone named Captain Mars. Like, I was supposed to like really stretch it out. Again, don't worry, little girl. The whole plan, I have a body roughly your size that we hit with some flamers. You would never know that I didn't actually kill you and delivered you to Maddox. Little double dipping is what we call that in the biz.
That doesn't make me feel any better. At all.
The name on that contract?
I don't know why. Oh, so here's the rub. Some guy named Tag, but he had a bankroll behind him. I'm guessing some noble house behind it. Someone really wants Calypso, and they want her to suffer, and then to get killed, or chained and delivered. One of the two. Contract was not specific as to which one was preferred. All right, we're going to jump back over to the docking bay. Dog or ship?
I'm so sorry.
Dang it, it's all of my waiter training. I was never a waiter.
Okay. Oh, I have a mic on and all I can think of is everybody's hearing me. So, she's going to say, dog, but follow him. We'll rendezvous together once I get Gregor.
Okay.
So go.
Okay.
I don't.
Val
Find
is going to take off after the bike and look around really quickly and see if she can find another bike that she can take from somebody.
All right, give me a perception. Well, no, definitely there's that one guy in the crowd who is just like watching everything as he sort of stands next to his hover bike. Like,
I'm gonna run straight at him. I just go, give me the bike.
He lets go reflexively.
Okay, great. I will get on the bike and take off after Tag.
All right, so here's what I need to know. How are you following him? Are you trying to race and catch up? Are you trying to fly casual and stay within like visual distance?
I'm right now I'm trying to follow him, not lose him, and see where he's going. Kind of do a follow back as far as I can without losing him. I don't want to get up in his business at this particular moment.
Okay, so what I'm going to ask for this is one of the things I love about Fading Suns, is while there are definite skill and characteristics that normally get paired together, as the GM I can just sort of wibbly wobbly timey-wimey it and say things like, what I'd like from you is I would like a perception plus sneak roll, representing the fact that you are trying to keep this person in your line of vision, but stay far enough back that they won't know that you are there.
Ooh, this is gonna be good. Okay. That's a 12, and I needed a 12, so that's a critical.
That is a critical hit. You get a weird point, which which actually, I mean, so you get it, but it goes in the group pool. So you have like first priority, but you can also share it with people who need it. All right. So you, Mars, as you can see Val, who up until this point has sort of, like the new person in the crew. She did put down one of Tag's people and now is racing after Frank for you. What are you doing?
Okay, so she is panic looking at her ship that is teetering, right?
Yes.
So she's just gonna like randomly whisper under her breath, go, Norway, more weight. And she's gonna start looking around, and she's gonna see if there might be a hover bike or something that Kat had left behind, because she's dead. or like.
So Kat did not leave behind a hover bike, but you do notice a suspicious, like heavy van, like we're talking like a cargo van, sort of parked near enough, like near to where the Oh Boii was. Back doors, side doors open, and you can see there are several like restraints that have been welded to the frame of this van.
Okay, restraints. You mean like ropes?
Like no, we're talking like manacles.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, so she's gonna calm Gregor, and she's going to say, "Oh, wait, hold on. Is the cargo bay still open? Because like, didn't we come out of it? I don't know. Fun fact. I mean, if it is, then awesome. She's just gonna skip this part. If it's not, she's gonna calm him and say, "Open it."
So the back,
or open it on my say.
So if you remember, like the back, the main access ramp had been cut open. Oh. So it is not large enough for you to drive the van up. There is a opening, but it is not large enough for you to get something in, aside from yourself in there, essentially.
Oh. Okay, so I guess she's just gonna run into the van and try to see if she finds chains.
It's still on. You're trying to see if there's chains or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely, like, with a shot from your laser pistol, kind of get the manacles free, and those would be, like, 6 foot length of chain.
Oh. See, I thought they were just, like, like, clap me an iron, sir. Like,
yeah, so they are, but they've got, like 4 feet of chain through a bar in the van.
Okay. All right. I will do just that then.
Okay.
And as I'm simultaneously doing that, I will calm Gregor and say, "How are you doing?"
You hear, "I think we hit something, Captain."
Yeah. Don't move. Don't move. Barely breathe. I'm figuring this out. Okay.
On both of those.
Okay. Good. All right. And she's gonna pew pew.
Okay. Several shots fired, and you've got the lengths of chain.
Okay, so she's going to take she's going to move the van as quickly as she can closer.
Okay.
And then she is going to take the manacles, and she is going to use that little spot, and she's going to, like, gingerly, just kind of barely, because, granted, more weight this way is fine, but rocking. And she's gonna hook it to something on the inside, which it's a ship. There's like hooks everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what I'm gonna need from you is a craft plus.
Sure, I don't have this.
Give me one quick second to pull up my note.
Oh, goody. Fun fact, I'm at a 0 for crafts.
Do you have any, don't you have what's the base in craft?
It's a 3 for crafts.
Alright, so you have 3 in craft. So we're gonna do wits plus craft.
JM, really
Mine's a
quick,
0.
can I ask
Craft
a quick
is 0
question?
base.
Sure.
Can Calypso use the weird point that I just got from that critical to make this a favorable roll?
She can indeed.
Take my weird point.
Weird.
Yeah, so by the way, the new character sheet, the updated character sheet, is that crafts is at a base of 3.
Okay. Okay, because I'm using the old one.
Bleed, surge, also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surge
I will
and
surge.
WP.
Surged. I have surged. So, I don't know what surge.
And then
looks
dump VP into whatever this is.
Yeah, dump
Okay.
a lot of VP into this.
like. Okay, so this is craft plus. I'm sorry, what? Dex?
Craft, wits plus craft.
Oh, wits. Okay. Oh, wits. I got. Okay. So that's.
So what's your base roll here?
What do you mean?
What's your base value? What's
So-
your wits plus crafts?
It is 8 plus 3.
Okay, so you're at 11. Do you want to spend any VP to raise it?
Oh, yes. I would like to raise it to a 15.
Okay.
Or do I have to do it?
No, you're more than welcome to raise it to a 15.
Okay, I feel more comfortable now. Okay.
And it is
Ooh, I
favorable,
got-
so you'll roll twice and pick the better of the two.
Yeah. So I did. So one of them was a 16, but the other was an 8.
So we're taking the 8. So this
Yeah.
The resistance for this roll is 4. Okay. It is a hard task to get the Oh Boii attached to the van. So you got to spend at least 4. Now, if you want to, you can increase your quality of success by spending more.
Okay, so I don't have Becca sitting across from me, so I have no idea what math I'm at.
So you gained 8. I got you. You gained 8. You have to spend 4, so that leaves 4 VP
Okay.
remaining. You can either bank them or increase
Okay.
the quality of your attachment job.
Spend them.
I'll just spend them.
Okay.
This is the Elway and Gregor.
Okay. All right. So there are several smaller detonations along the port side. The flames are getting they're not getting worse. They're not getting better. You do hear the sounds of sirens approaching, but you have attached this van to the ship.
Cool. I'm then going to run back into the van, Lost World style, and rev. And hope Tyrannosaurs don't rip me in half.
That's right. So you're gonna run into the ship then?
No, running into the van.
All right, you are in the van. We will come back to you here in a quick
Okay.
second. Val,
I will only eat one thing then.
don't worry. I will give you the signal that I'm about to come back to you. Don't worry. So Val, you got a critical success. So that means that automatically sets his difficulty at what you rolled, which is a 12. So I'm just gonna see if he accidentally observes you.
Okay.
Nope. So you go traveling through Byzantium Secundus, and immediately after he gets out of the docking bay, he just sort of merges back in with the standard traffic. You can see several night patrols moving towards the docking bay here. But Tag just sort of drives into the city. And as he drives into the city, you do know a couple of times Frank attempts to escape. Tag punches the octopuppy to get it to settle down.
You did not just punch a dog.
I did not. JM would never punch a dog, but Tag would. Maybe not a dog, but definitely an octopuppy.
Dog.
And eventually, Tag heads towards the more rural estates on the outskirts of the city. And you can see that he eventually leaves the main road and takes this side road down to kind of a sheltered glade on some noble's estate. And you can see an Explorer-class ship that has landed there in the field. With your stealth, you were able to get close enough to see that the ship has recently had its call tag painted over, and it now proudly declares on the side, the Scapegoat.
Okay.
There are a half dozen people wearing chainer's garb And there is there is another person walking around that seems to be some sort of like you've seen cybernetics before, right? Jexa has cybernetics. You've seen cyborgs before. They tend to be about 25% metal, 75% flesh. This thing that is walking around is about 60% metal. You can't even really see the flesh very well. It looks like whatever happened to this person, it was traumatic and horrific and required like 60% of their body to be replaced by machines.
Would this person maybe have floated around in space for a minute?
I mean, you can't
Maybe.
tell. You're not there. You're dealing with a ship that's on fire.
Can I see if I can just take a look from my vantage point and see if I can figure out what
Give
hurt
me a
this
perception.
dude so bad?
So here's the thing. I would require a perception plus tech redemption to really understand what is going on there.
This is not good. I gotta get a 9 or lower.
You can always spend victory points to increase your target number before you roll.
No, I'm gonna save them. I don't have that much in the bank, so I'll save them. I got a 13. I don't know.
You don't know what it was, but you can only imagine that. I mean, let me ask you this: Has Val? I mean, I'm assuming Val has been in several fights before.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Multiple.
Gunshots, knife wounds, none of those would cause that amount of body trauma that would require. And here's the thing: sometimes you can be like, oh, right, like Jexa's arm, she got at this point, but if she were to get a leg, it wouldn't necessarily match, right? Very, very rarely are cybernetics. Do they match style? Houses have different aesthetics when it comes to this technology. There's also Second Republic era cybernetics. So in general, most cyborgs tend to be sort of a hodgepodge. This person looks as if all of this work was done at the same time, at the same place, by the same people.
So he kind of looks like he got blown up or badly burned or had some significant severe trauma occur at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
Spaced by their former captain. Wait, what?
Look, man, she's never claimed to be a nice person.
All right. So, Val, we're going to pause there for a quick second. We're going to jump back to the 3. So, yeah. I mean, do you know who this guy Tag is? He sounds like, listen, I've seen hundreds of contracts. Very rarely have I seen one that requires personal violence to be done in front of a specific person. That reeks of, like, jilted lover, brothers who don't like each other, that sort of thing. It's personal.
I am not familiar with the name Tag. I'm not sure who they could be or where they came from. I know Calypso has some stories from her past, but I am not familiar with a Tag.
So, any other questions, or I'll just see myself out.
Jam, I would like to look for Alexa.
Okay. Give me where you? I mean, you kind of looked in the hall. You can see the rooms are open. The main area, nothing.
Right. Well, she would have been by Nigel.
She was by Nigel when he was thrown through the air by the womp gun.
Yeah, so I'm heading over to that area.
All right. Give me a perception plus observe roll. Perpetual, do you have any questions for Adolphus? Is there anything you would be doing here?
So I think I think that I know the source of the first contract.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I know who issued it, but I think I know why. But I don't really want to talk about that in front of Adolphus.
That's fair.
Can I ask him to see the detonator?
Now, this here is my insurance policy. I can hold it up. You can observe from where you are at.
Does it actually look like a detonator?
Oh, it's definitely a detonator, and it is also to Perpetua's keenly trained eyes. It is activated.
Right. The people that you felt you didn't need to verify that they had actually gotten rid of the Battle Sister, did they tell you anything about an Inquisitor in the area?
No, you guys messed up with the Inquisitor? Listen, I'm not saying anything, but allegedly, I have brought 2 in. So if you need a way to deal with an Inquisitor,
Good to know. But they didn't tell you anything about an Inquisitor in the area, though.
now had I known that, this would have gone down much differently.
Would you still have set the explosives?
Oh, that's just good practice.
I mean, I agree, but
Have you ever thought of
My
being
point
a
is-
chainer?
the Inquisitor is also staying in this building, and you may bring more heat upon yourself should you detonate.
I mean, he's
those
staying in
explosives.
this house?
Is he staying in this house?
No, he's staying in the next house. Like.
Oh,
the
I
van.
thought we were in like a.
Not- He's a vampire. We haven't let him in yet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He sparkles.
It's not. I mean, he does.
If no one else has any questions for this gentleman,
I don't.
if we're good, okay. Then Gemma is gonna walk up.
He's
She's
got the detonator on his. Like, as you approach, he's sort of.
I mean you no harm.
I don't mean you harm either, but we know how these things go. Sometimes harm finds us whether we want it to or not.
I wish to bless you for your journey.
Yeah, no, I think I'm okay. I appreciate that. Like, blessings on you. Don't get blown up.
So hands raised.
Okay.
She's going to say a silent prayer to herself,
Okay.
wrestling with Beatrice because really she doesn't like this dude, wants to take him out, but also that goes against what she has been working towards. So she's going to let him go, but she is praying for Beatrice's help in remembering his face.
Okay.
Because after he leaves, she's going to calm Katerina back on Lemminkainen
Okay.
and put him on their radar. So
All
they
right.
can be on the lookout.
All right. He kind of walks to the staircase. He's like, all right, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to go down to the first landing. I will set the detonator there. And then I will start going down and you can come down and get the detonator. Seem like a reasonable exchange?
Hand on the side of the detonator.
That's fair. Listen, I'll be honest. He kind of holds it like this. Even if I blow it on the stairs, I'd go sky high as the rest of you. Pleasure not doing business with you, unless, of course, you need that Inquisitor taken care of. Good luck, girly. Whoever wants you pretty bad. Not as bad as this tag guy wants Mars. I mean, that really sounds like an obsession. If you read the contract, it totally sounds like an obsession. But we don't judge. We just accept jobs. And he kind of backs down the stairs. When he gets to the landing, he sets the detonator and takes off like a bat out of hell.
Was Jexa able to find Alexa?
What'd you get on your roll, Jexa? How much would you like to spend?
That was the question of, do I want to surge? Spend more? I'll spend 2, because that's what I got.
So here's the thing. As you look around, all of the blood on the ground is definitely Nigel's. You can see the outline of where Alexa hit the ground next to Nigel. Like, because the blood spatter sort of disappears. But you don't see where she went. With 2 points spent, you do notice that the door to her balcony is open, and there are the stairs that lead down from there.
Okay. I was just about to ask, is there a door or something nearby?
Yeah.
And I will go out it.
Also, oi! Jexa! You tell your boyfriend to keep his hands to himself.
You're welcome.
You just see Nigel is now awake and like slap fighting at Bessarion to get him away from him. This is no offense, but you communed. Freak me out! Where's Alexa?
I'm going outside, so I'm gonna say I'm looking for her. Hey Alexa!
You don't hear. I'm glad that Lee is wearing headphones so that.
So you didn't wake her.
Yeah, that's right.
So I didn't wake her Alexa. Yeah.
Hey Lee.
Oh, I'm good. I like already inhaled.
Oh, okay.
Also, yeah. She
Okay, so
is
yeah,
over
I'm going
there,
downstairs.
not listening.
All right, as you go descending down the stairs, Certified Torganic is telling you to give that chainer a bad Yelp review.
He clearly deserves one. He's awful.
He seems to be awful. All right, Jexa, you descend down the stairs to the beach, and we will come back to you in a second. So, Perpetua. Oh, yep.
Oh, I was just say before we jump over, Perpetua, do you know anything about detonators? Can you disarm that thing?
I am not actually great with technology, but
Jam. Okay, so I have a lot of weapons lore. Would I know how to turn a detonator off?
I would say so. Go ahead and give me an intelligence plus craft roll.
Really?
mustn't necessarily be intelligence.
Or sorry, wits plus craft roll.
Can we make it the new rule where craft has a base of 3? So
Yeah,
at least
that's the rule for everyone.
Starting on a 7, guys. Otherwise, it was a 4. I'm gonna. I will use my third and final surge to dump a lot into that because I don't need to eat another grenade. Okay, so 20 and 6 is 26. So 7. So if I dump in 12, that gets me to 19, right?
That is true. Yes.
And then 26 minus 12 is
14.
14. Okay. Okay, make sure I have 14 left. Okay. Come on. Don't want to eat another grenade. 17.
Okay. It'll take 8 to. It'll take 2 to turn off the detonator.
Mm-hmm.
But even as you start looking around, you're like, because remember this thing is built on the side of a cliff. You can see there is enough explosives to just blow every support of this house and send the whole thing kind of tumbling down to the beach and ocean below.
It's fine. Can I spend X amount of XP to disable it and remotely disconnect it?
You can't remotely disconnect it. You can spend the next hour using. If you go from 2 to 8, so 6 more VP, you can spend the next hour removing them. If you ask Perpetua or Jexa to help, each person will have the time required.
Okay, I just had a lot of VP left over, so I was trying to figure out a way to spend some of it. Awesome. Cool, that's what I'll do.
All right, so Calypso, and then we're gonna jump to Val.
Yes, it's me.
All right, what are you doing? You jumped into the van. The comms,
yes,
over the comms, you hear, "Oh, Calvin, it's getting really cold and dark in here."
No, it's not. No, it's not. Just hold on, and maybe breathe a little bit more. And she's gonna.
You definitely hear him
try to-
starting to breathe more over the comm. It sounded like he was holding his breath because you told him to.
Oh boy. She's gonna then flip the car in whatever gear it needs to be in and try to pull the Oh Boy at least back stable.
All right, so it's not enough to actually drag the Oh Boy back, but you get the chain snap tight, and then as you inch forward and you get to the point where if you were to put the car or if you were to put the van like in park, set the emergency brake, you're guessing it's not rocking anymore. It's not stable, but it's less unstable than it was at the start of this whole thing.
Are there like weapons or boxes or I don't know, bricks in this van?
Roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
A 4.
Okay, yeah, there's definitely 2 more frag grenades sitting on the passenger seat.
Okay. How heavy are frag grenades?
Negligible.
Would
Both of them weigh less than your pistol does.
Would they pin she's really just looking for something to block a tire.
Oh. I mean, you could use them to block a tire. I'm not sure if it would be the safest thing to do.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's what she's looking for, something to block a
Okay,
tire.
as you look around, you don't see a whole lot, but you are able to grab a couple of things from inside the van and from outside and shim these things in place.
Okay. At that point, she's gonna go into the Oh Boy and see about retrieving Gregor.
Okay. So, as you enter into the Oh Boy, it is very dark. It is hard for you to see because of all of the thick, acrid smoke that is billowing into the Oh Boy. You smell electrical fires, but you don't see anything. You got to get the fires put out before you could actually see the damage to the Oh Boy. I thought you were hiding for a second, but now I see you are covering your mouth so that you can breathe. All right, I will not cause any sort of smoke impairment should you get in and out quickly. As you go running in, you can see that there are crates, like cargo crates have been overturned. In the main hall, it looks like Jexa's room, because when the port side exploded, all of her stuff, or a lot of her stuff, came out into the hall. Gemma's little shrine to Saint Beatrice fell over.
Is her bike on the ship?
You don't see it, but to your knowledge, it is on the ship.
Okay. She's gonna make her way to where Gregor is as best as she can, but she's also going to try to check around for that bike.
Okay.
She's gonna just, as she's moving forward, she's looking around.
Can
Does she have a flashlight on? I don't know. She's a pirate. They're crafty.
They are crafty, and Calypso Mars might be the craftiest of all that we have encountered. So, let me ask you: all right, give me a perception plus observe roll as you look around to try and find the bike in the midst of the flames and the smoke and the distress. You're going to be at -2 to your goal. Once you figure it all out, you're at -2 because of the smoke.
Okay. So I needed a 9. I got a 9.
Glory be! All right. So you critically succeed. Yeah, look right there. There's the bike. It's been there the whole time. You were actually riding around. No. So you find the bike.
Okay.
And you're pretty sure that, you know, well, one, if you can get to, when you get to the cockpit, you have fire suppression systems. You may have to manually activate them because they should have gone off already. But two, as long as you lower the ramp, you'll be able to get the bike out of here, and it is large enough for both you and Gregor to be on it. All right. So, working your way up to the cockpit, you can see that there's smoke, there are things popping and crackling. There is a large the port side panel is doused in flame retardant chemicals, and you can see Gregor is holding. As you walk up, you hear this psst, psst noise as Gregor is putting out little fires as they start. You can see that the port screens exploded during the surge, and Gregor's left arm and neck and face have been peppered with glass shrapnel, and so he's just it's just like a sheet of blood down the left side of his body. And he kind of half turns around and sprays the fire extinguisher at you, and then recognizing you goes, "Oh, sorry, Captain. I thought you were that bastard."
No.
Did we get him?
Can you walk? Yeah.
Maybe
Got him.
you got one of your knives on you. And you can see that like the 5-point harness has several pieces of shrapnel in it, and he can't unlock the harness. And had the ship gone over, he would have been stuck the entire way down. Just need a hand, and then we can walk out of here.
I hate you, JM. Yeah, she's gonna quickly start through the fabric.
All right,
Fabric.
It doesn't take.
Fabric.
This fabric was made in Minnesota. You definitely you were able to make the 2 cuts, and he can kind of slip 3 cuts, and he can slip free of the harness. All right, I a little bit woozy. Might need a shoulder.
She's just gonna kind of she's gonna do that for a second until he's up, and then she's just gonna get under both of his shoulders and just be like, "Okay, this is faster," and she's just gonna start dragging him.
So who was that? Who was that guy? I will go on a record and say I don't like it.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about this later. Can we get out of here first?
Yeah. All right. So, Calypso, as you get back to the cargo bay, there is smoke roiling, but you can see lights kind of shining through the smoke. You know how it kind of particulates the light, and you can really kind of track it back. You can see that there are a couple of people shining lights through the hole that Borker tag cut in the side of your hull. And you can hear, "These are the Knights of House Hawkwood. We're responding to a 7903. Is everyone okay in there? And if not, if you are responsible or in any way involved in this, please throw down your weapons and prepare to be bound by law."
She'll say, "Not responsible. He's wounded. Please help."
You hear, "We've got wounded!" And several people in full knight armor, but wearing the symbol of House Aeon, Sanctuary Aeon, kind of come in, and they set down portable med kits and open them up. "What happened? We need to know."
Can I actually see them at this point?
Yeah, they come in.
They
They come rushing in.
Okay.
Do you have fire suppression?
It's off. This isn't stable. That van. Do you have something to block the ship from it could fall.
We'll get a
And you're-
crane crew out here. All right, we're gonna need your help to move him. We have an ambulance outside.
Okay.
And so like they unfold a mechanical like a portable stretcher. 1, 2, and they start taking Gregor out of the ship.
Okay. She's gonna like collapse to her knees, or not to her knees, but hands on knees, just kind of like, you know, after you run a long jog. Okay.
Captain Mars.
Huh? Who?
What? You turn and there's Lorenzo, one of the knights of House Hawkwood.
Oh, you.
What happened? Was that Gregor?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
I swear I didn't have anything to do with this. He threatened me several times, but I am a squire in the Knights of House Hawkwood, and I swear that I had nothing to do with this.
No, I know. You're okay.
Was
We're
Jexa in the ship?
No, Jexa is back at the. Oh God. I need to radio her. Do you have a radio?
Okay, he hands you his radio, and we're gonna jump over to Val. All right, Val,
Okay.
you are there in this glade. You can see the Explorer class ship. Tag is cussing, or the cyborg is cussing up a blue streak. He grabs Frank by the nape of his squid-like cephalopod head and tosses it to one of the chainers. Box that! And waves at the cyborg, and the two of them walk up the ramp of the scapegoat.
Okay. Does the ship look like... How long does it look like the ship has been here? Has it been here recently?
The grass under the ship's, because the supports have come down, it's wilted, but it's not brown yet.
Okay.
So you're guessing 2-3 days?
Okay. And then it doesn't look like they're taking off, right? They're still set up, there's still activity around.
The engines are off, they've unpacked, there are actually several canvas tents set up around the ship.
Okay, so they're setting up camp here, basically. And then, I'm sorry, how many chainers did you say there were just kind of milling around in this glade?
So there are a half dozen chainers, as well as the cyborg and Tag.
Okay, and Tag and the cyborg just headed into the ship.
They did.
And passed Frank off. Okay.
At this point, the chainers have kind of formed a circle around Frank, disarmed him, not like from his adorable octopuppy tentacles, but just of the cigar, the fake cigar, and the bouquet of knives that he has. And they're kind of standing around like, let me just... Val, you've never seen an octopuppy. It is something that some weird genetic splicer on, I think it was on Lemon Canaan, that Calypso and Alestra were like, ooh, we'll buy something from this crazy guy.
It's a dog.
Back alley geneticists. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay. Okay. What do I have? God, I have to have something that can be helpful in this in this situation. Okay. How close can I get? How close do I feel like I can get without being detected? Is there a way I can get to one of these tents that is set up without them seeing me?
Give me a Dex plus sneak roll, and we'll see how well
I
you
was
do.
really hoping you'd say that. This
It's
is what I'm
almost
good
as if
at.
Val is good at sneaking around.
Okay, this is a 16, so it's pretty easy. Okay. And I got a 15. So I make it.
Okay.
Barely.
So here's the way it works. Your however many VP you spend, that is the resistance of them being able to observe you.
Okay. And I I always forget the tiers of resistance. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. So normally they go up by 2, but in this case, this is more like an opposed roll, if that makes sense. So you could spend however much you want, and that is their target number. That's how many victory points they have to spend to actually see you. So if you spend 12, they would need to also spend 12 in order to see you.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, I like the sound of 12. So let's
Okay.
do that. That's a high number. It's a decent number.
All right. So I'm going to set the resistance at 12. All right, and you sneak into. So there are 3 tents. There are 2 on the aft of the ship, which is kind of the side that you are on. And then there is a much larger one that actually looks like it has some sort of like plasticine base to it. But that's on the far side from where you are at.
Okay, so for now I'll go for the ones that are closer. The ones at the aft of the ship. One of those.
Okay. So as you walk in there, you can see that there are large crates sort of set up in this area. It looks as if this is some sort of supply tent. And just from glancing around, Val, you have been on a number of, a variety of different missions of dubious ethical quality. So you know can opening equipment when you see it, and by that I mean hull breaching equipment. It also looks like they have 2 stasis pods here, and enough small arms to arm like 3 times the amount of chainers that you have seen.
Okay. Hate that. Are there any explosives in here?
There are, because what is life without a little explosives? So, what you find in here is, so you also see, so there's a lot of in addition to like small arms here, you can see that there are several night sights. There's a pair of laser sights. Also, you notice several ceramic guns. They're very expensive, but they don't trip metal detectors. And you can see a small case of blast pellets. There are a dozen marble-sized blast pellets. There are 6 egg-sized blast pellets, and there are 2 fist-sized blast pellets. So these are like throwing explosives. That the larger the blast pellet, the more they're all the more the larger the blast radius is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Can I, without making noise or disturbing these lovely chainer gentlemen outside, grab a couple of the ceramic guns, and like a lot of explosives?
All right, so you can grab. They have, like I said, there were 2 of them, so they are both.
Okay.
Let me get these to you. I will put them in the chat for us. They are
Awesome.
basically there are 2 Sumter Earthquakes, which are a heavy automatic pistol. And how many of the explosives do you want to take with you?
Can I take like two of the largest ones, maybe like 4 of the regular ones, and just like a good scoop of the really small ones.
Okay, so you can definitely take 2, 4, and a scoop would give you about 8.
Okay, 2, 4, and 8. Good. I like it. That's helpful. Cool.
All right.
I will shove those into my various concealed pockets and kind of peek out of the tent.
They're like four of them surround Frank, and Frank is looks like he is deaf. Like they are kind of doing the side shuffle to make sure that he is darting as if he's trying to escape and making this weird keening hissing noise. The other two are like they kind of stepped closer to the tent where you're at. Well, what the hell is that thing, Laura? And she goes, I honestly don't know, Eric. It's some sort of fuzzy land octopus? Why the hell did Tag bring it back? That's not on the list. I don't know. If you haven't noticed, Tag's not exactly what I would call firing on all cylinders. You've seen what's in that other tent. Yeah, Listen, I'm not like I kiss every jump gate cross I come across, but that's some weird stuff. Yeah, Eric, I say we complete the contract and then we forget these two ever existed. What do we do with that thing? I don't know, find a cage. You're the boss, Laura. And Eric goes walking back to the other tent, and you can hear sort of rustling around.
No, when they were talking about the stuff that's in the tent, they were talking about the one on the other side of the ship.
Yes.
Okay. What are the chances I can get to the other side of the ship without getting shot?
A really good sneak roll would be appropriate to this. So Val, you have a 15 in sneak, right?
16.
You have a 16 in sneak. You are a shadow in the night. Now, granted, it is midday. But
yeah.
I mean, you have a better than average chance of being able to get across this.
Okay, I am going to try to get to the tent with all the weird stuff in it.
All right. Does anyone have a weird point for Val for this roll?
I think So, do those stick around if they're in your bank?
Yeah, if they're in your bank, they stick around.
I had one from last session as well.
Oh.
Do you want to use it? I appreciate that Calypso was coming to your rescue, but...
Yes, thank you. Lee, if you want to keep yours, I do have one in the bank from last session if you want to hold on to yours in case you need it.
Okay.
But I appreciate you so much. I will spend the one I have in my bank.
Okay, so this is favorable for you. I'm going to have you make the roll, and then I'm going to cut away from you for a second.
Okay. I succeed with a 12.
Okay, you want to just toss all of it into being sneaky?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Not playing the sneaking song or humming your own theme song, Val, you exit the tent and kind of skirt around the side of the scapegoat to come around it from the other side. We will come back to you in a second.
Okay.
Perpetua, Jexa, and Gemma. You guys have watched as Gemma plays EOD expert and recovers a not insignificant amount of plastic explosives.
Well, I'm walking down to the beach looking for Alexa.
Yeah, you remember that bag that Gregor carries around, Gemma? You can now he can have 2 bags. So what are you and Perpetua doing? And then I will jump over to Jexa. At this point, Calypso, if you want to call Jexa when we jump over, let me know. When I jump to Jexa, we'll have you come in contact.
Sweating profusely.
Okay.
In armor. At some point, Gemma would like to turn to Perpetua and say, "So they want what's in your head?"
Yeah, I went through a jump gate that wasn't supposed to take me where it took me.
Mm.
And I collect maps, so I've seen some places that other people haven't seen lately, and either that's dangerous information to have, or who knows.
And this pertains to Beatrice?
Yes.
Okay. We should have a longer conversation about that. But I really want to jump to Jexus.
You sure? Like, we've got time if you want to tease out what's going on.
Jexa, did you tell us where you were going, or did you head down the stairs?
I mean, I had called out, I'm looking for Alexa to Nigel.
Okay. So Nigel knows where you are. Okay, cool.
Well, I yelled it as I was walking out the door. You guys were standing right there.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I will probably start heading that direction, but we can cut to Jexa.
Okay. So, Jexa, you hit the ground, and there are footprints all over the place. Like, I mean, this is a main path along the beach for all of the beach houses. You're not sure that, like, you don't see any blood on the stairs. You really don't see any. I mean, you can't really tell new footprints on a sandy beach. You don't know that necessarily Alexa came this way.
right. And so I'm just really just kind of looking out and scanning, because she wasn't there. She wasn't on her balcony and the stairs going down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm kind of like going out to the gate and kind of looking to see, do I see anybody trying, because it hasn't been that long.
It hasn't been that long.
So yeah, to see if if Alexa is being dragged somewhere or not. Like,
You don't see any evidence that anyone has been dragged through here
okay.
recently.
Okay. And there's no, like, commotion?
There's no commotion. You see, like, several
direction?
people walking along the beach, holding hands. Someday, Jexa.
Someday.
Hey, but remember, tomorrow is Jex's birthday. So
It is Jackson's birthday tomorrow. Yes. Okay. If I don't see her, then I'm going to, like, kind of close the gate again and I'm just searching for her. And if that means searching the grounds and the whole house, I'm just looking for her.
Okay, so you come back up into the main house.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Gemma, Perpetua, you were there, and that's when Calypso's call comes in. Calypso?
Jexa.
Yeah.
Jaxa?
Yes. Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
So, how are you? Are you okay?
We're okay. The house is a mess, and Nigel's not okay. But Gemma killed like 3 of them, so it's fine.
Okay. Good. So somebody blew up the Oh Boii, and it's pretty much inoperable.
Who? Oh, hey.
Uh-huh.
Do you know someone named Tag?
Yes.
Okay. He put out bounties for a bunch of us.
Okay.
And he's gonna come after, like, you and Gregor in particular.
Yeah. So he already did. He kidnapped Frank. Val is in pursuit. I am literally going to skin him like an onion. And then I'm going to boil that onion until he is a soft shallot. And then once he is soft and shallotty and basically translucent, I am then going to press into him until his skull is nothing but a thin piece of paper.
I'll get my womp gun.
Wonderful.
Do you want us to meet you there? Or do
It might
we
be a good idea.
stay here? Because Sarah, what are we gonna do with the
Dude, the communed. Okay, where's Gemma?
I mean,
She's here.
You can put it on speaker.
Oh, okay. So, this call is now a 3-way.
So as the call goes to speaker, you all hear, no, and that's why I call it conjugal. And Bessarion goes, oh, we understand.
What is Nigel teaching Bessarion?
Okay, so you're on speaker, Mars.
Hi, Nigel.
Oh, hey, Captain.
Hey, Gemma.
I'm fine.
I know that. Yeah, you're, Nigel, you're hardy. Like
Like a cockroach.
you have an uncanny ability to nearly die, but yet somehow not. I don't know if I should be like impressed or horrified, but let's just kind of leave it at that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. I think I'm a chat favorite, which is why I have I'm so resilient.
Someone likes you somewhere. Okay. Okay, so you guys are out of immediate danger for the moment.
As Gemma puts bricks of plastic explosive on the table.
Yeah?
Okay. So what I was filling Jexa in is the Oh Boii is currently toast and burnt to a crisp, sizzling. The Knights of Hawkwood are here. Gregor is hurt.
Are you with Gregor?
Yes. Yes. I am not at this point capable of leaving, but I sent Val after the person who blew up our ship. And we need to. Apparently, there are contracts and bounties, and so I think it's a better idea if we kill them before they kill us. And they blew up our ships, so we're not getting off of this island, beach thing, whatever it is. We're not getting off of this beach until that's fixed. And right now we're all sitting ducks. So, I can't leave Gregor, but somebody needs to go and help Val. I don't know. Are any of you able to?
Yeah. I mean, Perpetua is okay, and Gemma's okay. We're looking for Alexa.
Alexa's missing?
Yeah, I can't find her.
Okay. So Lorenzo is here.
Oh.
Hi, Jexa.
Hi, Lorenzo!
Yeah. I'm about to see if I can coerce the Hawkwoods in helping me pursue Tag, who is the one apparently that did the bounties on us all. So,
well, he did one set of bounties. There's another set.
There's another. Well, I'm used to bounties. I'm just not used to them actually, I don't know, hitting my ship. Okay. So, I don't know. Anyone have any? I don't know. I was personally thinking that maybe we should go kill the people who are trying to kill us, but Gemma, I'm not hearing anything out of your mouth. So, do you have? I don't know. I just feel there's judgment. Am I being judged? Are you judging me right now?
This is all happening over voice only. So there's this little comm in the center of the table, and all of a sudden you just hear like Calypso's talking directly to you.
There's no judgment. Trying to decide prudence in making these decisions overcomes.
Okay, but
Right, hey Mars,
I'm
we
pretty
got a
sure-
bunch of explosives from the chainers. We could blow up the people who are trying to blow us up.
I'm not entirely against that because they blew up my ship. Maybe we could maybe I can quickly make a little doll of Tag and be like, and blow up again.
You do that voodoo that you do so well.
The fact that we can't see like her doing that is what is she doing?
So do you know where this Val is? Like, did she find him?
I am waiting for her to contact me to give me a location, and then I will know. I assume she's alive because she seems pretty good. We did some damage here. They did damage, but so did we.
Calypso?
Yes.
If the Oh Boii is down, are you sure you want to blow up their ship if they have one?
I mean, I was considering using the explosives and feeding it through Tag's throat, and then
Okay, I feel
watching
like-
his.
I feel like we're focusing on one aspect of this.
Maybe we shouldn't blow up their ship if we need a ship and their ship is still flyable.
Okay, so as I said, not a bad idea. I know we're all just brainstorming.
I guess my only concern, Calypso, is leaving the house and the stuff that we have in it. How do we juggle all of the pieces we're currently being asked to juggle while apparently you stuff explosives down this gentleman's throat?
I'm not asking for everyone. I'm asking for someone to come and help me.
Right. And the logical person to come help you would be the person who is also there's only so many people I can protect in a day.
I can take care of Basarian.
Yes, I think my
And
concern.
if you want, Perpetua can stay with me too, or she can go with you. I don't know, Perpetua. Do you have a preference for if you go do violence or stay and not do violence?
I'm more of a strategic person. I'm not real great with the on-demand violence.
No, I totally get that. Put my wolf gun away. Me too. Just gonna hide that.
I guess my only concern is we've sent the chainers packing for now, but that doesn't mean they won't come back. So I am happy to help wherever I am needed. It's what is the priority as far as
Wait,
fighting?
what is a chainer?
A
Right.
chainer is
Calypso doesn't know what a chainer is, right?
it's one of the guilds in Fading Suns. They are the sort of the bounty hunter slavers guild.
Oh, okay. She would know who that
Yeah.
is. Okay, never mind. Okay.
So my thought is they know where we are if we stay here in this house. I don't know what kind of setup you have here. I don't know if there's another safe place that we can go to, but I mean, that guy was obviously an idiot. He didn't even look to see what was going on here. He just threw some explosives down and called it a day.
Apparently performance issues are a real thing among the Chainers Guild. Lack of information and failure to
Execute.
But they now have more information. They know how it's laid out. They know who's there. And so it's, not super safe unless we can add additional, protection or whatever.
So
Not super safe for us to be here.
we do know of a place that is off the beaten path and secure, and people don't know about it, and it's underground.
We could head there.
To Feynman's lab.
Did we flood it? No. No. We can head there. We also just set it over.
All right. So what's your plan here? Who's going with Mars? Where are you guys headed? Who's staying where?
I think to Perpetua's point, I think we all need to move. It's how we do so. So Perpetua, do you have the number for the cab service you used to get here?
I mean, you,
Sure.
like any of the servants can get that for you. But yes, Perpetua does have the air car.
Well, I didn't realize there were servants here. I haven't heard mention of servants.
Oh,
'Cause
there
they're
have been
probably,
servants
you
all.
know,
I've watched
Right.
enough Downton Abbey to know that servants are quiet and
Unobtrusive.
yeah. Thank you.
So when the door was, kicked in proverbially, did they just all like, go, oh, it's time to dust the feather dusters?
They all seemed to disappear into the walls and then emerge
Yeah.
when the violence was over.
right. I apologize. Gemma's not accustomed to servants.
That's fair.
We'll call a car. We'll shuttle people. I guess we'll have to backburner the Inquisitor for now.
So you guys
I'll go
are
from there.
heading to Feynman's lab while Calypso goes to the hospital with Gregor and Val is out in the wind until she calls it. Is that sort of the plan as I hear it? All right,
Yeah, because
so-
essentially is the Oh Boy on the Oh Boy's not on the island. The Oh Boy's back
On the mainland.
correct?
Yeah.
So we're heading towards Calypso,
Yeah.
just shuttling everyone in one direction, and then when we get on land, I can head and help Calypso.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
And leaving a note with the servants for Alexa
All right.
to go to the hospital.
Can we try calming Alexa?
Yeah.
There's no answer. It
Okay.
goes right to voicemail. All right. So as you guys prepare to evacuate from the beach house and head to Feynman's lab, as Calypso gets in the back of the ambulance with Lorenzo and the two Sanctuary Aeon combat medics who close the door and starts rolling out, we shift back to Val, who is snuck around the scapegoat. And again, like there's these plasticine walls, but there seems to be two entrances, one facing the Chainers, who you clearly hear, "Ah, the little Borker bit me!" And then one facing kind of the manor house. And you can see there's a lot of traffic. There's like they set it up so there's like this path that it sits on ends right at this door, and you can see it's about a 1.5 mile walk to the manor house, but there are definitely tracks in the muddy path.
Okay. Are the walls of the tent see-through at all? Is there any way for me to
No.
like
They're
peer in before I walk in?
They're completely solid.
Okay. Okay. Can I get to one of the doors and just barely kind of peek through and make sure nobody's in there?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
For certain. All right, so you open up. You kind of crack the door, and
Yeah, like
and,
just a crack to peer through.
yeah, there is this very like cloying scent of like a strange incense burning here in this room, and you can see that there is a man in very fine noble's garb, with all of the markings of a House Malik noble on it, and he is sitting kind of over this brazier, kind of breathing in the herbs and the scent. You can see several packets smoldering in the brazier, and you can't really make it out, but there definitely seems to be something in the middle of the brazier. And you hear, "Yes, what? No, the Chainers have failed us. No, I don't believe the Tag will let this one go. We have taken steps to ensure. Yes, I understand she is out of your reach, but she is not out of his." Agreements must be honored. I agree. What do you mean there's someone right outside the door? And the noble kind of
Val
sits up
bolts,
and looks over.
Doesn't wait for him to turn around, hears
All right.
that, and just dashes.
So Val is in the wind as you hear, I mean, you're sneaking through the glade, but you definitely hear, someone was here. Quit playing with that thing and find them. And that's where we will pause for tonight, and we will pick up next week.
Okay.
With more Fading Suns. I'm so glad to be back. Again, I know I've said it, Perpetua. I'm not trying to dismiss the Annals of Antioch crew. I adored every one of them. I'm so glad that you were able to join the Oh Boy. Chat, you have been on fire tonight. You are the real entertainment here. Please check out all of the other great shows on the Ulysses International channel. Fading Suns Heretical Musings, I think, just got a new episode. The Ulysses World Show. There are going to be new episodes of Campfire Chats with Ross, Watson, and I as we talk about Myth. Tales of Legend, you can check out great shows on the new Myth board game, on Fading Suns, on The Dark Eye. Robert Aducci is constantly running a ton of great content for the channel. If you have not checked us out over on Iconic Production, that is where Becca and I and our friend Josh run a bunch of games. This Monday, I will be running the world premiere of the role-playing game that I wrote, Jackals. So if you are free on Monday night, come check us out on the Iconic Production channel. But until next time, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. Tune in Tuesday for more Torg, and we'll be back here Thursday night with more Fading Suns and the crew of the Oh Boy. Until next time, this is JM the GM. This is my wonderful crew. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back in a week. Have a wonderful one. Bye.